How to get started by profiting from your free hard drive space using the new crypto CHIA, farming CHIA. This is how you get started. Look at how much space I've got to profit from. 20 terabytes there alone on one drive. So let's get started. You want to go to Google, type in CHIA crypto to take us to the CHIA network homepage. Install the CHIA blockchain. Click Windows and CHIA Windows installer. It downloads, save it, and then once it's complete, run it. And we're gonna profit from our hard drive space. See how much it is? It's $1,100. A day ago, when I checked, it was $500. Now it's $1,100. So run setup and start the process of profiting from your hard drive space. Okay, so that's the software installed. We're ready to start plotting and then farming afterwards. So what am I going to plot? How many plots am I going to add to my system, which is a 5950X 16 core. So I've got plenty of threads. Memory, I've got 64 gig RAM installed, of which I'm using about half. And the hard drives, I'm going to use NVMe 2 D drive, which is got about, I think, 400 gigabytes spare. And then I'm going to transfer that onto this USB external drive, 25 terabytes, so about 15 terabytes spare. So plenty of space for farms. So let's get going. Add a plot. Select the default 100 gigabytes. They're just multiples of 100. So you can have more plots, larger plot. Do not go for temporary. That's just for test. The 600 megabytes just for test. So that's a 100 gigabyte plot. 240 gigabyte of temporary space on the NVMe 2 drive. Now this one, if you want to do one plot at a time, just click one. It's best to do parallel plotting. Obviously it depends on your system. This one's got plenty of capacity. I've got so many threads, memory. Although the D drive does not have much space free, I could maybe do 2 plots with that, although the C drive has plenty of space. So I could do 2 plots on D and 1 plot on C, the system drive. I don't want to put too much load on the system drive, given that CHIA takes about 2 terabytes of read writes out of the life of your NVMe or SSD. Anyway, let's start with a D. So I'll do 2 plots in parallel. I'll add a 60-minute delay. That's the delay before the next plot kicks in. Like, it plots in phases, 3 phases. The first phase is the heaviest. So I might just decrease that to 40 minutes. So the first phase of the plotting is the heaviest on memory and processor. So I'll create a delay of 40 just in case there's an issue with the disk space. Advanced options, memory, I'll just leave that. I don't know if does the threads make a difference. I'm not sure if it does, but let's have a look. Will it increase the number of buckets? No. Just leave everything the same. Yeah, leave that. I'll use the default name, so they plot in sequence, in parallel, in sequence. So I'll leave the queue name as default. What this means is that both these plot will fall under that queue name. So plot 1 will start, then after a delay of 40 minutes, the plot 2 will start on the default. If I change this name, then they will both start immediately. Well, if I create another plot, then that plot will start immediately, which I will show you in a minute. Temporary, this is the NVMe 2. Second temporary fault location. I'll just do temporary NVMe 2. Go to the D drive and create a folder called folder CHIA temp. So that is the temporary location, but it shouldn't get to 500 gigabytes because, well, let's increase that delay to 60. So that means that the size of the temporary file will be smaller, but I'll monitor it. And final directory, this will be the external drive. Got two here, which one? I'll go for YouTube. This is a big 25 terabyte external. I'll create a folder called CHIA farm and select that. There. So that should start plotting. Create plot and off we go. That will kick in after 60 minutes. So already got to 1%. I think it's going to do this quickly because it is a fast NVMe 2 drive. Let's have a look at Task Manager. What's it showing? D drive 10%. It's already using it. Could have done with a shorter time period. Let's run Crystal Disk Info so we can see what the wear levels are at the beginning. Just waiting for it to load. Oh, it's going up now. Yeah, it's using disk. CHIA. There's using a lot of the disk space. Starting to use it. Oh, it's using 20% of the processor as well. Okay, so D 1.4 terabytes written. C is 7 terabytes written. These are expensive Corsair Force MP600 1 terabyte drives. So I could do another plot on C or another 2 plots on C and do a similar exercise of transferring over to F, which is the external drive. So I can do that next. I'll have 4 plots going, but it is plotting quite well. It was. Got to keep an eye on. So I'm going to create another 2 plots. So what's the system overhead? Let's have a look. Processor is using 25%. So it's using more than 4 threads. How much memory have I got? 50%. I've got plenty of memory. And it is using quite a bit of the processor, although I do have nice hash running. This is crypto mining with nice hash, Ethereum using the GPU. dropped to 66 mega hash. Let's see what this one is. Rejected. There you go. 68 mega hash. So who's using the GPU? Oh yeah, the Orb Studio. So I'm recording this. That's fine. The GPU is being used there. Yeah. Okay, so we are now mining in CHIA. 2 plots, one's queued for 60 minutes. We can add another 2 plots. 2 plots. I'm not gonna plot in parallel. Create a 50-minute delay, 40-minute delay, because there's more free space on this. Well, I'll make it 30-minute. There's more free space on the C drive, so I'll create another directory on the system drive. Now I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to, create plots on the C drive often. But just to get started, that's where I'll do it. And again, we're going to create the final folder on the F. Where is it? CHIA farm. Okay. Let's change it to a random number so there's no overlap. Create plot, and that should start plotting as well. There we go, we've got 2 plots running, 2% already done on that. That was quick. And we'll see how long it takes. It's now 7 AM. And we'll see how long it takes to create the first plots. No farms at the moment. Okay. Syncing there. Wallets, plots. Okay, so what's the impact on the system of having 2 plots running in parallel? Plotting. Task manager. CHIA is using 1/3 of the CPU. The temps. Okay. Temperature is 60. That's okay. 65 degrees. Wattage is. That's okay. What else? Yeah, everything's fine. It's using about 30% of the CPU. And memory, not using much memory. You can use up to 8 gigabytes. I've got plenty of spare memory. Obviously the system's idle at the moment. I'm not doing anything with it, but I've got lots of programs open. Although OBS is running, OBS Studio. That'll be taking resources. So there you have it. That's how you get started mining with CHIA. Well, farming CHIA. And I'm already at 3%, and when it's complete, roughly when that gets to about 30%, then this should kick in. And roughly when this gets to 30%, this one should kick in. So I'm plotting on 2 separate drives. I could add another plot on the same drive, any one of them, by changing the queue name, so it would immediately start plotting that. But for now I'm plotting 4 in parallel over 2 drives. So let's have a look what's in the folder. CHIA temp, where are you? I've got to keep an eye out on look at all those temporary files. So what's the status of the drive? It's gone down. I might have to create some space. C's gone down. See, the first phase is takes the most resources. The first third of the plotting, up to about 30%, is what's heavy on memory, processor and disk space. About 50% of the disk space will be used, and then it basically slows down for the remainder. Gets light on CPU and memory until it's filled at 250 gigabytes and transferred over to your temp drive. But I'm gonna probably have to create some more space. Yeah, they're going down. It's 290 now. C's got plenty. I could add another plot to that. I think it was 750 when I started. This was around 370. So let's have a look what it says about D. See, it's not gone up yet. 1.4 terabytes. This will slowly increase as you use up the wear of your SSDs and the ME2s. So I won't be mining much on the C drive because it already gets lots of heavy writes to it. These are on new drives. They're just 6-7 weeks old. So the C system drive, that it has had a lot of writes, 7 terabyte. I'm going to find out why. System's gobbling up, but for the D drives not had many writes. So most of the plotting will take place on D drive and some on C, just to speed it up. And what's the current status? 4% and 2%. Is doing it pretty quick. It's only been about 6 minutes. 4% in 6 minutes. So let's see when it changes to 5%. Then I'll have a idea of how long it's going to take. I think I started at 7 AM. So let's see when it changes to 4%. 5%, I mean. Okay, so 8 minutes. So say it does it in the next minute. If it's 8 minutes to do 5%, then that is how many hours? Let's work it out. Whew, that is pretty fast. That'll be about just over 2.5 hours. So on the NVMe 2s, it's plotting fast. So definitely need to keep an eye on disk space. Disk space has actually gone up. Okay, so what's CHIA now? Plotting 4%, 2%, queued. So that will give my first 4 plots added to my farm. How many do you need? You're going to need a lot to get one CHIA. Maybe 50. 5%. There we got it at 8 minutes. So it is going to take about 2 hours and 40 minutes. And he's doing 2 plots on separate drives. So these are going to be 2 hours and 40 minutes for this plot and 2 hours and 40 minutes for this one. So I'm getting 2 plots in 3 hours, in less than 3 hours. So 24 divided by 2.7 gives me times 2 gives me about 18 plots in 24 hours. That's how many plots this system will generate. Roughly 7, call it, let's round it down to 16 to be conservative, because don't forget there is a delay, so it will be less. I put a delay in of around 60 minutes and 37 minutes, so it'll be about roughly 15 plots per day, and I'm going to need about 50. 50 at 100 gigabytes is obviously 5 terabytes. So the drive's got a spare capacity of at least 10 terabytes, so I can do 100 plots in my farm. So that's what I'm going to aim to do, is build up the plots to 100 on my farm on my external drive here. Let's see if there's anything in it. CHIA farm. Oops. Nothing yet. Let's look at D. What's in the D folder? CHIA temp. Properties. What's the file size? 86 gigabytes. But it is, you know, it's 6%. It's only been going 10 minutes. 6% in 10 minutes. So that is how long will it take? It'll take not long. So 6% in 10 minutes. Well, that means in 60 minutes is 60%. And well, that's faster then, isn't it? That's going to be done in less than 2 hours. What am I doing? No, it's going to be 36% in 1 hour. Yeah, it is about 2 hours and 45 minutes per plot. I've got 2 running in parallel. I think this one's running slightly slower because it's on the system drive, which is more in use. So if you go to the performance and we look at the C drive and we look at the D, read write. Okay, so it is slower on the C drive because obviously there's other activity going on. On the D drive is higher write speeds, because it's just focused on CHIA. So that's how you get started farming with CHIA. I was gonna say mining. I keep saying mining. With CHIA, quick, easy, optimum mining, plot in parallel, like I just did. So I'll show you again what you do. Go there, select that number of plots, click parallel to maximize, click an SSD, temporary folder, final on an external drive, otherwise you'll fill up your computer. Good external drive such as Western Digital. I've got like a 28 terabyte, which I just use for YouTube. It's got about 15 terabytes spare. I'm going to commit 10 terabyte to it, which will give me about 100. No, it'll give me about 50 plots. Yeah, is that correct? No, 100 plots. Yeah, and that should be enough for now. I'll stop at 100, and this will cost me, in terms of lifetime of loss of life on the SSDs, 100 plots, roughly 200 terabytes of wear. So you got to check that out. You know, your drive, host drives, you're going to use up 200 terabytes, or TIBs they call them, on your drives. So terabyte write. So you want to make sure you check that let's check the temperature as well. That's okay. What's the temperature on the external drive? That's fine as well. Temperature, oh, he's not used the external one yet. So do check out, before you start farming, check out your SSD or NVMe tools total writes it can take. If it's only something like 200, then you'd want to be careful about plotting on it. It's 200, that means 100 plots and that's gone. You've used up the whole of the drive's life. Whereas these MP600, what is the, I think it's, what was it, something crazy like 3,000 terabytes. So 200 writes on a 3,000 lifespan is pretty good. You know, I've still got a lot of life left in it. 3,000 would last me, even if I use 8 terabytes per month. 3,000 divided by 8, that's 375 months. 31 years. I'm sure it was 3,000. Let's see if I can find it. MP Force. Oh, there it is. Force MP max writes. It's 3,600. What's it? TBW. MP TBW. So it's less. 1,400. See, PC Mag is not accurate. That's what we want to check with the other sites. Tom's Hardware, what does that say? Well, what does Corsair say? Corsair, here we go. Oh, it's not that one, it's 1 terabyte. It does make a difference. See, it's not cheap. It's a fast drive. That's obviously why I'm getting the blocks done fast. %, already. So what's the technical specs? 1800 here. So 1800 terabyte writes. Regular 8 per month, that will last me on regular usage 18 years. So 2,200 divided by 1800 is just using 11% of the life of the NVMe 2, which is nothing. No, plenty of life, but some have less than 200. 18 is 9 times the life of many of the cheaper drives. So check that first as well. How much terabyte life? If it's an old one, it's going to be probably less than 200, even maybe 160. So do check that before you start writing. What else? We're up to 8% here now. System resources. What's the memory going like? Temperature still 65, quite high. Obviously I've got OBS running as well. And system performance. Yeah, it's not using all the threads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 threads, but oh yeah, it's not kicked in. See, the full load has not kicked in yet. So that will probably go from 23% to 46%. Memory memory is 6 gigabyte. That'll go up to 12. So when the other plots start kicking in, then you'll probably see a doubling in system usage, which will still be well under control. You know, 50% roughly of the CPU will be used by CHIA, and memory 12 gigabytes is nothing. 64 gig, it'll still be probably around 50% usage max of everything. Disk usage, yeah, that's heavy, but that's what plotting is. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed my optimum getting started with CHIA video, and do subscribe for more crypto mining and crypto harvesting, farming, plotting videos as we profit from CHIA. My latest timely analysis on when to buy AI tech stocks such as Google, as we look set to enter my forecast window for a stock market correction, covering topics such as why I don't even think about selling good stocks such as Google, opportunities in price volatility, what happens when one sells out of a good stock, the risk of loss, and how long to invest for, as well as to understand the AI and inflation megatrends, and when to finally consider to bite the bullet, and more, all of which has first been made available to patrons who support my work. So do consider becoming a patron by supporting my work for just $3 per month for immediate and full access to all of my analysis and trend forecasts, including my schedule of analysis that covers more high risk tech stocks for the long run, and Bitcoin trend forecast, and importantly updated AI stock buying levels and valuations, amongst many more analysis. So again, do consider becoming a patron by supporting my work for just $3 per month. In fact, my recent video showed how one with a decent GPU could easily cover my Patreon fees of $3 plus for several years by just crypto mining in the background with one's desktop PC for say a couple of weeks or 4 weeks, whatever, with the likes of NiceHash Quick Miner. I do it, effectively get free money from the crypto mania bubble for just having NiceHash Quick Miner running in the background, mining on the GPU at a relatively low rate. So do check out the video for full info of what it's like to crypto mine with NiceHash in the background on your desktop PC. And do remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel for new videos as we protect ourselves from the central banksters' rampant money printing exponential inflation by riding the also exponential AI megatrend into the future. Crypto mania, forget Dogecoin. Today I'm going to be mining Budgie coin. What you need is a budgie. Just need one budgie to start crypto mining with Budgie coin. Ooh, that's an angry bird. Eh? You're angry today, Mr. Green. So this is how you mine Budgie coin. Get rich, get Dogecoin. Right, we need to grab that bougie. Yeah, it's a bougie coin, not bougie coin. Bougie. Come here, bougie. I need you. Hey, what are you trying to bite me for? We need a bougie. Take my bougie coin. There you go. We got a couple of bougies. Which one's more profitable? Green bougie or the blue bougie? Not sure at the moment. I have to check the exchange rate. Definitely the green bougie is more noisy, more aggressive. It's more aggressive to mine with the green bougie. Okay, so let's start mining with the blue bougie, the bougie coin, the blue bougie coin.